little ones, and that is so precious. I guess that's Nancy's first Christmas.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
One of the last pages of the pop.
1912 wedding invitation. Exactly like I didn't wear a dress. I wore
Pop right. Don't like the fake butter pop.
This is real butter.
This is real
What do
butter.
you think we had at our house?
What you use to work.
John is there comes Edna down the stairs. Good from film. Can you believe it? Don't let Bill know it.
Does that mic work on that?
Is that mic on?
Have 1 point for Mark and Edge. Our daddy has 3 daughters, of which he boasts, but it's the middle one to whom we toast. Edna's pretty in her new dress. Long ago, she couldn't care less. We'll never forget the caroling party long ago. Betsy said, wear a dress. Edna hit me. And said, no. Since then, her temper is not so bad. Just remember, Mark, don't make her mad. Never before a tougher tomboy. Horses and dogs were her only joy. And so we wonder for Edna's groom. With Hunt under the bed, will there be room? And tease you and harass you throughout your life, calling you Enid, Mr. Ed, and Eggnog, caused you much strife. At the Vanderbilt Hi-Fi House, Edna got her start. Making chicken de bandy became an art. After her college experience, Edna felt cool. She's after her master's and made cooking school. Mark also is a genius in his own right. At work for Artec, he's quite a sight. Mom uses his expertise for all her household chores. He even recorded our home movies. What a bore. Their likes and dislikes are much the same. David Letterman and Style Council named the game. Football, hunting, boggle, and skiing. They'll only be apart when at the golf course Mark is teeing. And so, Mark, you get Edna. What a plus. But even better, as sister-in-laws, as And so, with this poem, we wish you all the best. Have a wonderful honeymoon skiing out west.
To Edna and Mark. Okay. It's to Edna, but Mark should listen. Now, Edna, let's go back to your Vanderbilt days. We'll try not to embarrass you, but Mark needs to know your ways. Don't stop us yet. This is where we came into your life. Is Mark sure he still wants you as his wife? You started your days as a Phi-Psi little sis. How many of those Phi-Psi formals did you miss? None. Some of those formals kept you up till 5 o'clock in the morning talking. Banana daiquiris on the deep-sea fishing trip found you hardly walking. Edna, you set your little sister up with your little brother. Not a bad match, considering all the others. The Phi-Phi house was your next stop, and an angel you became. Little did you know that would be your rise to fame. Who took all your food that year, and your clothes the next? Cynthia and Seymour Moore left us all perplexed.
Spring break that year brought us car trouble galore. Mr. T's Club 19 brought us even more. Disney World, Attic sleeping, and Schnitzel's knocking tail, and Seymour's hyperspace driving left us all quite pale. We were all sad to hear that Dino is now dead. It's probably for the best, because there's no room left on your bed. How about the Monday nights at Jonesy's with all the best of Vandy, where we all drank so much beer we couldn't help but feel just dandy. Mark, don't be shocked. We all know Edna likes her lingerie bare. It will now be hanging all over your home. We really hope you don't care. Edna, you can stop sweating now because we're almost through. There's no doubt in our mind that Mark should be with you. These are the stories we were allowed to tell. There are more, you know, we'll treasure. The times we've spent in the last few years are the memories we'll keep forever. Now, Brady.
We need to get over here.
How do you know?
In the chair. Okay, first one.
Me? Here's a gift from us to you and for all the years to come. The titles have been labeled
For all your future fun. If you have to get up and look at it.
Yeah.
Get up there.
I can't. If I could pick it up, I would bring it to you.
Oh my gosh.
There.
So we can only drink them at these certain times?
That's right.
This one will last a long time. This one is for when you finish your thank you note. I'm not gonna read it.
I can't imagine that.
Mark's first promotion, you have one?
Present
And his
company.
graduation once again. Ooh, a blank one.
Here's one.
The first house, the first anniversary. And he gets a real job. The wedding night. The first Kanata offspring.
Norma, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for this excellent dinner. It's good food. Then I would like to tell you that Carol and I are very, very, very pleased with this marriage. It's been kind of a warm glow in me for about 6 months now since Mark asked if he could marry Edna, because I really feel like this is a very right situation. Mark, Edna and I were talking one night, and this is several years ago, and I was giving her a lecture on what part of it we were just discussing what it took to get along in this world, and I was trying to teach her that you had to be able to laugh at yourself and others, but mostly at yourself. And she said, you know, this is before you all them started dating. She said, one of the men that are boys that I know that has the best sense of humor is Mark Kanata. And it took me a while to see it, but I agree with that. And the other thing I think, Mark, is that you're a very kind, tolerant man, and you're going to need those very much. I thought, Mark, we got to know him pretty well. He showed up a couple years ago, hanging around the house some and coming around occasionally. And then Edna was getting out of Vanderbilt, and she said, I'm coming back to Texas, Daddy. I said, boy, I finally got one. Come back to be near her daddy. Finally got one my way, and she meant Texas University to be with you. So that dawned on me pretty quick. And things went along down. I thought things were getting a little serious down there, and then you moved up to Dallas. And all I'd heard from Edna for a few days was 3 months. Boy, she was giving it that after she'd been in there 10 minutes. Texas, greatest school in the world, greatest teachers in the world. Mark, please tell me I hate Texas, worst school I've ever been. I'll never get any education down here. Nutrition department, they don't even know what an apple and an orange is here. So all she traipsed to another school, and I'm so glad you didn't get another job somewhere else, or we just packed her up. I have only worried about Mark's intelligence on 2 occasions in the last couple of years. One of them, when we were 150 miles from home in a condominium I was paying for, my car took us down there, my food, and he beats the devil out of me in tennis. That was not very bright. I walked home. Well, the next day, she made me say that they were going to all walk with him, so they all came home. And another time, I finally found some fish on the coast last summer. Finally found where they were. I knew they were in this hole. I jump out to get my rod. He slams the car door on it and breaks it in half. He has learned a lot, though, because since then he doesn't ever beat me quite as bad at tennis. And he brought me a better rod that very afternoon than he broke. So he learns fast. But Carol and I, most of all, are just thrilled to death and wish you all the happiness and the health that this wonderful world upholds for you all.
We just do it if we want to, right? Oh, this is a toast. Bobby didn't give us a chance to do it, but this is another toast to Norma and Don Canada and their family. For those of you that may not know it, Don and Norma and Carol and Bobby married the same year, the summer of 1956. We each have 3 children that are the same ages, Leanne and Gay, Mark and Edna, and Susan and Nancy.
Same parties.
Right. Norma and I worked together in the PTA at Richfield is where they went in it, right? And I found her delightful all these years. We realized last week that Edna wouldn't even have to change her initials. She's EBC now, and after tomorrow she'll still be EBC. When you read the checklist for the perfect marriage, it says, what are the responsibilities of the groom and the groom's family? And in essence, it says, just say yes to everything that the bride and her family want. And that, you know, there's sort of a tradition that you don't have to do anything. You can host a rehearsal dinner after the rehearsal at the church. But basically, you're just, you know, to sit back and wait for the bride and her family to do what they want. This wedding would have never taken place without the Canadas. To Don, who put up my Christmas tree with his son Mark. To Norma and Catherine Palmer, and Leanne Canada and Susan, who addressed half of the invitations, who got the engravings on the bride's presents as well as the groom's, who were there offering in prayers and presents every day anything they could do. I salute all the Canada family.
This opportunity to say that I feel that I'm gaining a wonderful new family in Crosswaits, yet I still get to keep my wonderful family, which is a good deal, I think. But anyway, I'm very happy to be a member of the Crossway family now, or part of it, I guess.
You are too. Here, here.
Tomorrow night.
If you don't beat him in tennis tomorrow afternoon.
No.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Stay away.
What a blow.
You never had that problem with John.
Maybe, pretty quick.
He's gonna go for it now, though.
Well, this has been an absolute delight. I don't know if I'm back up here or not, but I just really appreciate those kind words, Bob, Carol. And it's been a joy to fellowship with all of you this evening on this very happy occasion. And I certainly feel fortunate to have Edna part of our family. She's beautiful and delightful and talented and brilliant. Let's see, what else did you come and say? And I think Mark's very, very fortunate. And I know I speak for Norma also at this point that we're just thrilled to death. And so I would say that this pretty well wraps up this wonderful time that we have had together tonight. So you feel free to make yourselves comfortable. You can have some more cheese if you want to. Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to go sit Aggressive.
Oh, I know why. A whole room, one person would sit up and turn their back on the wire.
You can get some close-ups.
Explaining how Pussycat got her. All right. Well, Betsy said she didn't remember what she put them, so we're gonna have to go back and talk about it. But they're so cute. I went down there. I asked if I could rent them. And they said,
Well, we're gonna do one very short song here. The title of the song is Mark and Edna. Now you probably won't understand where you got that title, but the title's Mark and Edna, and this is not an original song. The Racing by Billy Idol. You can hold that where I can see it.
Last time she cut on somebody, probably 2 years ago, it drove some head to it. No, I'll go out and see that.
they told her the hospital, you know.
Yeah, and the cat Pussy.
Yeah.
So, you just erase them, right? You don't like them.
We think we'd have it off, it'd be on.
Oh, yeah. Now, did you see Daddy's Christmas Eve? I mean, all he got, his shoes and his pants, and the guy next to him, whoever was in the text and like, so like you just stare at him. Still in good shape. I told John when I outgrow this,
They didn't take the one over there. It looks like a great deal over there by Baylor. Your mother was looking at it. We'll see where you get it. They got a big building. You have to bring your stuff with you. So you'll look at it. You're getting a haircut. Sorry.
They're coming in tomorrow.
Zoom in on it.
Here we are at the Swiss party.
I'm tired of being just known as a grandbaby. I'm gonna make a name of myself someday.
I'll have it here, goddammit.
Don't chop off when he has it.
Because you always want to be in the movies.
Rehearsal dinner, we had nothing to drink. Zero. Half a glass of white wine.
Why do you look for it?
Because I'm tired. Because I had to go today. Today, Paige, a year and a half after my wedding, I went down to Mrs. Jablonowski to cash in my credit card. Yeah. Oh, that big. I still have credit. Oh, you haven't cashed it in? Why not? We ought to do it because we feel that I have to put my shoes on. That no, I don't want to. They're too painful. Anyway, we feel that she should use that money as interest
registered there. I didn't get it really done a certain way. She refused to. And that stuff that wasn't even in my car. Just oh yeah.
She did that. That's she sold 100 of this place. What a game, Johnny! Yeah. We registered for you.
You guys should be in contact and lawsuit.
I'm going to if I had time. No, it's bomb the place. No, we
Terrorist act.
No, you say something. Okay, we're ready to be on film. Oh, I'm sorry. He's really not interested in filming. Oh, he's so into it. It's gross. I know. It's disgusting. Let's do Gabe's profile. Because then there's like this non-existent now. This is blackface. We like to make it. I'm gay. We're going to talk about AIDS this past year. No, we're not going to dinner. Okay, and this past. Once upon a time, Edna went to Fort Lauderdale with a bunch of fly-size. Oh, yeah. And she and I went on a boat, deep-sea fishing, and drank banana daiquiris all night. We were fishing with Spanish mackerel, and she picked them up and was making them speak Spanish to everybody on the boat. Nobody knew what she was saying. That's what she was saying.
I never even thought to use it. Let's see, I'd ordered. I guess I haven't had it. I ordered seven soups, but mine was okay.
Tell a story about the bread carrot bit on the lip by a bee.
And then there was this guy named Brett, okay, and he was like drinking this Coke, and in the Coke was a bee. So he took the sip of it, and it bit him on the lip, and his lip like swelled out to here, and his whole face started swelling, and he looked like Planet of the Apes. He wouldn't come out of his room. And he got really mad at Paul Deal, because Paul Deal told him really horrible, and he really did.
That's true.
One time, David and I drank some wine, and we spilled it on Brett's towel, which was white, and it was red wine, and Brett like cussed us out about it.
Oh, you mean the wife beater?
And we had to buy him a new towel. And it was just one of those little bitty face towels. It was so cheap. We had to buy him a new towel. We bought him a really nice towel.
Just because you spilled wine.
What, are you telling stories about Brett?
About Edna.
Oh, what about the time that Brett and Edna and I were in the car, and it was my car, and he was let me drive? Because he's a woman hater.
He is a Brett,
The wife beater.
I know.
He's married now.
He used the ring. He was being used for it.
I know.
She didn't hear it.
Let's think of something.
Wait, let's hear something. Paige, you tell some stories about Edna from high school. What about Cliff Gill?
I don't have any stories. I helped Cliff pick out that little silver ring that he gave Edna when we were sophomores. That's it. Cliff sat behind me now, and I always listen to Cliff talk about Edna. How wonderful they were together. I helped you pick out that ring out of that cheap magazine.
I don't know if she still has that. I still have the silver ring that John one gave me with the little diamond from Brett. It's just like
at school at Vanderbilt, they have this big sisterhood, and what you do is your big sister takes you around to little different places and you drink whatever they make you drink, or else you can't go to the next place. Or if you can't go to the next place, then you can't find your big sister. So Edna was taken around, and like she wanted to make a big impression on the Popeyes and drink a lot. So the first time they went, they had to drink 2 pitchers of beer with a straw, and she drank them all and threw up immediately after. Mr. T, she picked up a guy.
Let's see. Gina and Edna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, his shoes on. Went to down to Florida, and we stayed at Jean's house one night. And we went out that night. We're telling us about it.
Get that pretty face out of there.
Okay, we went down to Florida. We went down to this club called Mr. T's Club 19, and Edna picked up. There were 4 guys. There were 4 of us, and Edna picked up this guy, and he called him Mr. Clean. He had like a white blazer and white shirt and white pants and white tie. They called Mr. Clean, and she like mugged with him all night, and that was the end of it. We never saw him again.
I mean, he could have had herpes, he could have had AIDS, or yeah, whatever, the woman with the muscle. I mean, Julie did. Julie picked up the huge.
No.
I him in the backseat, but then, like, he was driving her off, and he could have kidnapped her and raped her. Julie's so stupid, she went with him. But luckily, he didn't. He took her back, and now he's dropped her because he was very mad because she wouldn't put out for him, And he kicked her out of the car. She never saw him again.
Yeah, that was about the end of it.
What did he look like? What was his name?
I don't know the names. It was
She
like
didn't even know his name.
the one night stand kind of man.
in Kentucky. What we do is you spend a weekend at a hotel and you can go party and have a band and everything. And during the day you do whatever you want. So me and David and Brad and Edna and a couple other people went out on this boat and we thought it'd be really fun to take a keg. So we put the keg on the boat and we take off for this little island where we sunbathed and ate sandwiches and stuff. And on the way, we didn't have any heat. And on the way back, the boat started getting really heavy and the keg, we didn't drink the keg fast enough and it sank to the back of the boat and all the cameras were in the clothes and food were all in the back of the boat and they all started going under and getting wet. So we decided the only way to get the keg lighter would be to drink it all. So we started chugging all the beer and everything and I guess it worked because the boat didn't sink. We made it in. But that was the story of sinking the boat.
Later on that night, the party favors for that formal were like girls' panties and men's boxers that had Phi Kappa Psi, fall formal, God, whatever it was, like 82.
No, because that's a whole different thing. Air hockey and the underwear too.
That was the same party though.
Okay.
This was the party with the little formal favors. And oh, speak of the devil, this guy, this girl, David. Okay, they had these little underwear and boxers on. They took a picture. We still had this picture. We're gonna blow it up for Nancy's wedding of David and Nancy and Edna pulling down their pants. Edna has her dress lifted up with this little insignia of Phi Kappa Psi written on, and they had this picture taken. And we had a really good time. And the parents have never seen that picture, and they're just gonna have to wait. I hate everybody. Edna, calm down. Yeah.
Say something witty.
Well, I don't have anything witty to say.
Say something. All kinds of stories about you. You want to rebut them?
What are they? Julie, what'd she say, John?
She told us about the air hockey team.
What is that one? Oh, the one.
She told us about the boat.
Did she tell me how they in Kentucky?
Formal Kentucky.
Did she mention the Spanish backwoods, the fishing trip? Did she mention the story about Brett getting bit by a bee right here? Oh, he's lived. He looked hysterical. He looked kind of like, that's your elephant man. Let's see, Nancy told a story about, oh, that's what Nancy mentioned the laundry basket episode? No, with her? Oh, we'll save that one for another time. Save that one for Nancy. We'll save that one for July. What's another one, Julie? We forgot to mention Edna one night. It was after her birthday. Her and Jean had gone out drinking. And she came back and she lived with a girl named Deirdre. And Edna was laying on her bed, and Edna had all these little stuffed animals on her bed, like a college girl. And she was laying on her bed, and while Deirdre was talking to her in the doorway, Edna dive-bombed each of her animals onto the floor. It's like, and then as soon as she got finished dive-bombing all the animals, she fell asleep and snored. And Deirdre was still talking to her. It's like no taste at all.
Just in case anybody wonders, it is true that when we told Edna to wear a dress to that party, she did hit me right in the middle of her back. Like this. She would, yeah, it was a lot like that. And she would, she was slow motion.
And then you gotta do it. Edna, you have to wear a dress. You have to wear a dress.
I was about 12 and Edna was about 9, and she wouldn't wear a dress anyway. And then she started beating the wall. But the best part of this story is that when we went Christmas caroling, and Edna wouldn't wear a dress. Finally, we got her to wear a dress, and we got to the Christmas caroling party, and we're in the car ready to go. And I threw up all over Betsy Oates' car in the front seat, and we had to leave anyway, so she got out of wearing the dress.
But you threw up. Who threw up? Nancy threw up. Vomited.
Don't you wish you had?
Sounds like South America, Africa. Did it for free.
It's a gift. Thank you.
You people, I know. One, two, Dave.
Oh, you mean to my house?
David, please look at the camera. 1, 2, 3.
Time for us to say goodbye. This is the end of the film.
It's not how many strokes, it's how fast.
Well, let us know what you're going to do, because if you would, not a single double bed.
What do you say? Let me up your bed.
Right, well, we hate Nancy's bed, little bitty babies. All right, let's go.
Somebody sleep on the trunk. One have a problem.
Please, that's our marital coffee.